So the market started on July 12th, 2008. The very first market was over at Glasgow Square. And then it moved around from place to place. So it had a small time in Big Al's, then it was at the old Zeller store downtown New Glasgow for a while. And then it found its permanent home at the Dome in 2010. Yeah, so the life expectancy is kind of, we're on borrowed time right now. So the life expectancy is probably about 10 years. So we're well past that. We're probably, year 15 now, if I did the math correctly. Obviously it's a tent, so it's the same challenges that you would have when you go camping, so essentially. So it's not temperature stable, which when you're dealing with food and product causes a challenge for some vendors. So you have things that melt, get too hot, get too cold, as well as even some artisans, when you have glass or you're dealing with pottery, that sort of thing, and you're susceptible to cold. That's a challenge. Security is a challenge because it's a tent. And we get all 4 seasons in the Dome. You'll get rain, you'll get wind, you'll get snow. It'll be hot as heck in there. It's like a greenhouse. So there's lots of positives about it. The vibe in there, I think most people would agree, is pretty amazing, and we tried to keep that in mind with the design of the new building. However, having something that isn't freezing cold or super hot would be fabulous. So other than the obvious, the fact that you're not going to freeze and we'll be able to use it all year round, there's other great things. So we have a design in there for a retail store. That'll be a small farm store. So the purpose of that is to carry things that that aren't currently supplied by vendors. So for instance, when we were online, we had aficionado seafood, we had some pure apple cider from Suprema Farms down in the valley. And so we've actually continued to carry their products in the store because they do not have the staff or the manpower to be able to man a table. So the market takes that role in providing seafood to our customers and having those options available. So it's providing that space. The other option, the other purpose that it serves is for our farmers, and that's not just our current farmers, but farmers anywhere in the county who, say for instance, have a bumper crop of whatever the crop is. They say, hey, we have this crop and we need to get it out of the ground. We say, okay, and we have a pop-up shop. And then we advertise to our followers that that XYZ farm has a whole bunch of XYZ crop and come on down. So then we have the ability to move that product to market, and that minimizes the loss for the farmer. It also reduces food waste and also provides the community with greater access to local food. This store would also be able to be open on days other than Saturday. So right now we do not have, we are very limited in what we can carry because of the temperature stability and the security issue. So we'll have the ability to open, say, Sunday for a few hours, maybe Sunday through Tuesday. It wouldn't be open, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, but certainly we would be able to extend the week a little bit. And that would provide greater access to local food for people that can't get to the market on Saturday for whatever reason, and also provide greater access to our farmers and food producers to get their product to market in a quick and efficient manner. So we're part of the Nourishing Communities program. So actually, this program was started in its infancy in Wolfville, and then the New Glasgow Farmers Market, with guidance a little bit from Wolfville and some help and some seed money from the Aberdeen Health Foundation, started our own program. And so then the Farmers Markets of Nova Scotia, which is probably another video, but Farmers Markets of Nova Scotia, who is one of our advocating voices for farmers markets in the province, took over the Nourishing Communities program. And so what it does is it helps families throughout and households throughout the province with food security. So we work with partner organizations in the community. And so through them, they select households in our community that they feel will benefit from this program. Each household gets an allotted amount of market money, and they can spend it at the market. And so what that does is allow these families to take that money and try new things, or they can buy fresh local food, or maybe, it helps them with free up some money somewhere else in their budget so that they can take the money out of their budget. It supplements their household income and allows them to have the freedom to do a few more things with that money. So we have been lucky enough to, I think if I did the calculations properly, we're probably over $100,000 that we've given to families here in Pictou County since 2017. So market money is our own currency. So you'll see various forms of it. You'll see paper market money that we use for various different programs. We also have wooden tokens. So you can purchase this at our cafe, which is also a fundraising initiative, by the way. So you can purchase this at the cafe, and you can get basically money that you spend. It's only accepted at the market, but you can spend it with any vendor in the market. You could also spend it in the general store. You could also spend it at the cafe. So it's valid anywhere inside the market. So it's like a market gift card. So a lot of people purchase it and use it for different things. So a lot of people purchase it for birthdays, Christmas, and gifts. But also we have parents that come with their kids to the market and they buy an allowance amount worth, of market money, and they give it to the kids. This empowers the kids to get involved and purchase their own things and have their own interactions, and helps them learn how to do transactions and interact with vendors at the market. So it's a really cool kind of way to give your kids some independence, and people, will often get it for people coming to visit them. So for tourists, we have businesses that buy it and give it to people who are visiting them from out of province, so they can come down to the market on a Saturday and experience the market with a little bit of market money. We're going to make it very easy for you to donate. So if you're donating to Raise the Barn, 50-50, and it's monthly. So you want to run right now and go to our website. You can go there, and both of our New Glasgow Farmers Market and the NGFM 50-50 page both have a big Get Tickets button at the top. That's how easy it is. You can also go to our website, and if you go to ngfarmmarket.com/Raise the Barn, we've summarized everything there for you. And if you click on the links, it'll take you everywhere that you get to donate money. You can also donate from that page via Square, and it gets deposited right into the market bank account. And you can donate in person at the cafe. We have a couple of donations boxes around the market. You can come to the cafe and you can drop off your donation there if you would like. And then we also have fundraising initiatives, and you'll see a lot of them come up, a lot of smaller ones. So we have a book sale. All of the proceeds go directly from the book sale to Raise the Barn. Right now we're running a Ship Hector print donated by Cottage Rustic, and you can buy blocks on that for $10. All the proceeds go straight to Raise the Barn. You're going to see some other really cool initiatives come up here too. So no matter what your budget is, that sort of thing, we've made it really easy for you to contribute. And anytime you buy anything at the cafe or general store, that goes to the market itself for operating costs. That helps us subsidize vendors' fees, table fees, and keep fees low.